Hey Fishhound. So when I first heard about this, I thought it's too good to be true. I'm getting BS and someone's just gonna steal my information, but not really. So I signed up, just put my what was it, the name, address, and an email, and what bam! A couple weeks later in the mail, a bag of plastics. So what I got here in my beta testing kit is the New Wave lure. New Wave is the brand. This is called the Big and Nasty. The color is cinnamon purple. I'm gonna see if I can get a good representation for you guys. So what this lure is, it's a creature bait with paddle tails. There you go. Yeah, this is a fairly good resolution of the lure. So the first thing I noticed about this is the body is actually fairly thick. I've thrown a few of these out before, and when they're really thick, either they're really hard or if they're too soft, they rip off. This is a good balance. Now I haven't pierced it with the hook yet, so I can't tell you too much about it, but it seems like it's going to be a really solid lure. It has a good balance between being thick and being soft. The first thing I really noticed about these guys were these teasers in the front here. You have your paddles. The paddles are ridiculously thick. I don't know if you can see that too well, but they are really thick paddles. So I know for a fact that this thing will at least last a few fish before they finally come off. I've thrown some of the Gander Mountain stuff before, and heck, even just touching these, I've ripped them off. I just kind of pulled at it, not even pulling it, I'm just kind of touching like this, and they will rip off right at the joint here because they're so thin. But this is actually fairly thick, so I have a lot of faith in this guy. I never used ones with this kind of a teaser on it before, but I can't wait to really actually toss this and see the action of it. So the only thing that's really thin on these guys is when you start getting towards the tips, it does thin out a little bit, but not too much. As you can kind of see just from the angle here, that is actually still fairly thick. Tracing it back down to the base where it comes with these, I think they're just like claw antennas, what they're supposed to be. You know, these little teaser tails here. If you look back down here where it actually connects to the main body, it's really thick. It's not thin at all. And again, the same issues I see with a lot of these baits. When we start getting down here, they're really thin. They're not actually matted to the body correctly. I know it's all in one pour, but a lot of times this part here is usually the weakest part of these lures go. And a lot of you guys who hit a few of those bass, even just one or two of those bedding bass, they'll rip these guys to shreds. So you know, this guy, I can't say too much for it right now, but just looking at him and playing around with it, it seems like it's gonna hold up to its promise. The only thing that I kind of dislike about this, I'm not sure if it's just the material it's made of or the oil they put on. It is oily. Has a funky smell to it. I can't really tell what it is. It's just a funky. It's not an industrial plastic smell. That's why I think it might be a scent of sorts. But you know, it is what it is. It doesn't smell too terrible that I think it will turn the fish off. It smells a little bit weird and funky to me. I never smelled a plastic like it. But again, shout out to Fishhound. Free bag of plastics. Can't wait to test these out. Good luck and tight lines.